Hi guys, it's Ashley from Ashley's Paper Heart, and today we are going to be journaling in my Hobonichi Cousin AVEC for the days of July 21st and July 22nd. Yes, I know I am a little bit behind on getting these up and out the door, but I'm sure that's fine. We actually didn't do a whole lot that day because it was the middle of the week. I did actually have to do some work on some freelance stuff, and my husband worked, and our nanny was with the kids for the majority of the day. She took them in the morning to their favorite indoor play place. It's called the Hideout, and they stayed until I think about 2 that day. She brought them back home so that my son could take his nap. I'm sure my daughter did not want to come back home. She is 4.5 and he is 2.5, and so she doesn't really take naps anymore, but he definitely needs his nap, and if he misses it or it gets too late in the day, he gets very, very cranky. So I'm sure that he was probably acting pretty cranky. That might have actually been one of the days where he was not wanting to share toys and being not so nice to his friends. So I'm sure our nanny brought him home to get some rest because of all that. So he's been doing this thing lately that when he doesn't want to take a nap, and I believe this was one of those days where he did not want to take a nap, instead of like laying down in his bed and falling asleep, he will fall asleep right next to the door. That cannot be comfortable. Like, we have hardwood floors, so I'm just like, how are you even comfortable? Because if I fell asleep on the floor, I would probably not be able to move for the next couple days. So he did that, but he did get his nap, so he was much less cranky in the afternoon. I did end up in the afternoon cooking, or in the evening for dinner, cooking one of our HelloFresh meals. I believe my husband wasn't feeling super great that day. He was having like some stomach issues, thinking that he might have gotten a stomach ulcer as well. He has like issues with like acid reflux. I never really had any sort of like stomach acid issues until like after my son was born, and it's very like hit and miss. Um, but it doesn't happen often, but he definitely has had that for as long as I've known him, and I think much longer than that, like probably since his 20s. So that night I did some laundry because my daughter had just got some new Peppa Pig shirts and she insisted on wearing them the next day, or wearing one of them. So I ended up doing some like late night laundry just for her so that she could wear her Peppa Pig shirt the next day. So on July 22nd, I woke up really early, not by choice. The kids came and got me up super early, and so I gave my daughter her iPad and I turned on the TV for my son, set them up with some snacks, and then went and laid back down until my alarm went off. They are finally getting to the age, especially my daughter, where I can like give her breakfast, give her, the iPad or put on the TV, and they will be okay, for an hour or so in the morning so that I can sleep or so that my husband can sleep. It's just like I cannot wait for the day where they can like get up and make their own breakfast. That will be absolute heaven for me. So I got up again, and our nanny came in the morning, so she took them back out to the hideout again. And I had breakfast, but I was still like incredibly tired, so I went and laid down and took a nap. I knew I wasn't going to be able to get through my day, a very happy camper, unless I took a nap. I am definitely the kind of person that needs 7 or 8 hours of sleep, or I don't function. I wish that I could go on little sleep, but especially as I'm getting older, I like have to have that sleep. Otherwise, I am just like not a nice person to be around. I get really cranky, and yeah. So for the betterment of everyone in this house, I try my best to get that good night's sleep. So in the afternoon, I did some work on some social media stuff and some journaling stuff. Typically, Thursdays are the days that I kind of block out for myself to work on personal projects, along with the weekend. But my husband, he was feeling kind of cooped up because he also works from home. So he went out for a little bit in the afternoon to work in his car. He just like drove up into the mountains and found a place to park. and like sat out there and did some like whatever he does work. So he did that for a little while. It's definitely hard when you work from home all the time, and I'm sure much more or many more people now that we're like, almost, what are we, like a year and a half, 2 years in? How far are we in this pandemic? I can't even keep track of time anymore. But I'm sure a lot of people have started like feeling that, the pain points of working from home is like, you don't get to see people every day, and sometimes you start feeling real cooped up. You don't have that separation between work and home, so you always feel like you're in your workspace. And, I definitely am jealous of people who have like a dedicated home office, because we definitely don't have the space here for that. And so my husband and I both just work in our respective areas of the house. I typically kind of commandeer the dining room table, if at all possible, just because I don't know. I like sitting in the open area, especially if our nanny has the kids out. It's just nice to be out of the bedroom for a while. So my husband still wasn't feeling good the next day, or that day. So we got one of the sandwich shops for dinner. It was something mild and something that I wanted to eat as well. So we just kind of did that because I didn't feel like cooking that night. I was pretty tired, and he didn't feel good and didn't feel like eating anything too heavy. So we have definitely been eating out a lot more the past, I'd say, month or so, and definitely need to rein it in. It is like, by the end of the day, I just do not feel like cooking. And I know a lot of times he gets to that point too, where like he just doesn't feel like cooking. And yeah, I wish that I enjoyed cooking, but cooking is definitely one of my least favorite chores. And so typically my husband does most of the cooking, and I do most of everything else because I don't know, I'm weird. I actually like doing laundry and dusting and organizing. I'm just like really into that. That brings me a lot of joy. So we just kind of like play to our strengths when it comes to that stuff. And that night he went to bed pretty early, much earlier than me, and I just kind of spent a chill night, journaling and playing around with my crafting supplies, so it was all good. Now we're getting towards the end of the video, and I really want to say thank you all for hanging out with me. I always enjoy making these videos for you. So if you like the video, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to leave a comment and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.